Singapore. Wow, I really wanted to be there, and I can tell you my dearest and sincerest apologies. I've flown all over around the world, and I was looking forward to being there with you. I went from Florida to Los Angeles, and because the connections were missed, I missed my flight. I was prepared to pay more than $10,000 for a new flight, and I even bought a new ticket. However, the flights just didn't work out. So what I can tell you is you're in very good hands with Vikas Malkani. He's going to take great care of you, and I'm going to also make it up to you. We're going to do something very, very special just for you. And first of all, I'm going to give you $10,000 in value in the next 10 minutes. The way I'm going to do that is by sharing with you my secret weapon. And that weapon is George Ross. He's the guy that's led Donald Trump to billions of dollars and worked with him for 47 years, creating what I call SSS, structure, systems, and strategies to scale your wealth. For the last 27 years, I have been developing entrepreneurs and changing lives. And I can tell you, after working with tens of thousands of people, that never before have I had such great structure, systems, and strategy in my business. When I went and spent $10,000 on breakfast with George Ross to go to his charity, he shared with me the secrets that he used to help Donald Trump elevate his wealth. Just one secret, what he did with 40 Wall Street was he took a building, and lawyers had checked this out, different brokers had checked it out, on Manhattan Island. Everybody in New York was moving from Manhattan to New York for office space, and what he wanted to do was he wanted to actually take and build residential where there was none, or put office buildings where there was none. So he went in and he started looking for properties, and he took 40 Wall Street, and it was a riddle that no one could solve. But he did it with a different mindset. He did it by looking at the structure of the building, looking at how they could systemize using the building, and ultimately he found a strategy. A 1 million square foot building that they ended up getting for $1 million. After leases and things were worked out, he went on to help Donald Trump sell that building for more than $500 million. Now, the structure, system, and strategy that I empower companies with is based on people. You see, the world is changing. It's now an access economy. It's no longer a world of ownership. It's a world of access. And we are providing access to you so that you can start, grow, and explode your wealth. It doesn't matter at what level you're at. If you're running a $100 million company, if you're running $1 billion company, or even if you're just starting out, wealth, wisdom, and winning is going to be a catalyst for you to continue your growth. We live in a new economy. We no longer live in an old economy. And the structure of business today is built on our people. It's not built on buildings. People think products and services are there, and that's what businesses are. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's all about people. So how are you managing your people? All the new millennials, they want to work less, earn more, doing what they love. And their models of the world are people like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg. And they look at these different individuals and think, well, I want to work less, I want to do what I love, and I want to get paid more. So the key to scaling business today is about the structure. So what is the mission, the vision, the code of honor that you have with your people? And what accountability systems do you have in your structure to scale your business? That's number one. Number two, what you need is systems, because without systems, things break down. I have 7 different countries that I work in around the world, 11 different companies, and I can tell you, whenever there's chaos in any company, whenever there's stuff that's not performing properly, it's always a breakdown in the systems. It's either the structure with the people, it's the systems, people not following what they need to do, when they need to do it, how they need to do it. And finally, if there's ever a plateau, what happens is it's because there's no new strategy. See, Donald Trump had a great structure, a system, and a strategy to scale as well. Now, I'm not saying I agree with Donald Trump. I don't work with Donald Trump. I actually work with George Ross, and he's the guy that has empowered me. And those are the strategies that Vikas Malkani and I want to share with you. That's number one, my secret weapon. Number two is how to future-proof your business. So what does that look like? So the old economy was a system of ownership where people got paid hourly by their time. It was a system where you had to pay for insurance for your employees. You had to pay for taxis or buildings. And the new economy is completely different. Now the new economy is all about access to the internet. People who can create now more than ever before anything they want, as long as they have access to the internet. You can create a whole new company. So are you doing business online and offline? Are you using affiliates to grow your business? Are you just doing business locally, or are you doing business internationally? Because the new economy is about all access. And what Vikas and I do for individuals with wealth, wisdom, and winning is we empower them. And we empower them with the wealth strategies to run businesses, scale businesses, and ultimately the wisdom to sustain your wealth, and the wisdom to know that no matter what's happening, you can change anything in a moment. You can change anything in a day. You see, I believe life is happening for me, not to me. Life is all about what I make of it. It's ultimately a good thing, no matter what, that I'm not yet in Singapore now, because we're going to give you tens of thousands of dollars in value, and we're going to make it up to you. And I have to accept that, everything happens for a reason, and it's all for good. I'm not the pilot. I was not in control of the circumstances, and it doesn't matter what happened. The only thing that matters is what I can do now to empower you to take your business to the next level. And that's by giving you the tools and strategies to scale your business. So that's number one, giving you structure that's all about people, all about a code of honor, your vision, and your mission. 2, systems, how to systemize each and every aspect of your business. And finally, how to adjust strategy along the way. Because ultimately, you innovate or die. Those are also the 3 reasons why companies fail. Lack of accountability, number 1. 2, failure of systems. And 3, failure to innovate. So number 2 is, are you in the all access new economy, or are you playing by the old rules in the old economy? You see, if you look at companies today, like Uber, they don't own a taxi, but they solved a problem. Anywhere in the world, without changing currency, you can jump into a taxi, know how far you have to go, you can know how long it's going to take you, and you can simply pay by credit card anywhere in the world. No more tours from taxi drivers taking you where you don't want to go, where you don't need to go. They simply solved a problem. They're the biggest taxi company in the world, and they don't even own a taxi. That's what Vikas and I offer you, is an opportunity to grow into the new economy, like Airbnb. Airbnb, the biggest hotel in the world, and they don't even own one hotel room. That's what the new economy is about. That's how to future-proof your business. Everybody thought Amazon was crazy. They thought Amazon was crazy because they were reselling everybody else's stuff. Now it's called the superstore. And Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world. It's all about the new economy. And that's what we want to empower you with. Strategies, a system, and a structure. 3 things. With wealth, wisdom, and winning to scale your wealth, to change the planet, to create a new conversation about how we can all change the world, because it can be done. And finally, by implementing an amazing system that I've used. And I get paid $10,000 a day for implementing what I call the stairs. And that means there's no elevator to success. And if you're a successful business owner, if you're running a company of $10 million, if you're running a company of $100 million, you know what I'm saying is true. There's no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs, step by step by step. And what I use an acronym for training individuals and empowering their companies. And the reason I use this acronym is for people to easily remember, to stay on point, so that they can take their life and business to another level. So first and foremost, the stairs, everything starts with sales. So how are you selling? And do you enjoy the sale? I have a system that's fun, easy, and exciting. A software system that allows people to enjoy using the platform, where there's levels of development for them to grow in a fun, easy, and exciting way, where the owners of the company get the leads because the salespeople actually use the software. It's empowered more than 4,000 of my people throughout all of Asia, and I'd be happy to share that with you. So that's first, sales. The second thing is training. If you want to scale, no matter what company you're in, no matter what you're doing, if you need to train people, you need to duplicate, replicate results so that you don't have to do it all yourself. You see, what I find with most business and entrepreneurs, they think they have to do everything themselves. And the reason why is they lack training systems. With Wealth, Wisdom, and Winning, we're all about duplication, replication, and making the world a better place. And finally, you need accountability. Without accountability, I've built companies to up to $100 million, and I can tell you, without accountability, there has been so many times that I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars for operations managers or directors of the company not looking after the business. So, do you have an accountability system? We have created an accountability system called MMA, where we manage, measure, and adjust, and everybody stands and delivers every week to grow the business. After accountability, you have innovation. You know, Apple just turned over $1 trillion as a company. Their valuation is $1 trillion. And the truth is, they didn't invent the computer. They didn't invent the phone. They didn't invent the software. They simply made it better. They innovated their company. So what is the last thing that you've done to innovate your company? To take your business to the next level? Are you selling online, offline? How many different distribution channels do you have? This is how we scale businesses. This is how we scale your wealth. R, the results. STAIR. Results, what are your numbers? Are your team an asset or are they a liability? These are the different things that you need to scale your business. Ultimately, this is what Wealth, Wisdom, Winning is all about. And finally, we systemize everything with not only the wealth, but the wisdom so that you know how to keep it and so that you're happy. Even though I'm not there, I gotta tell you, my family's there. I'm committed to you, Singapore. I'm coming to Singapore, and Vikas and I were gonna do something very special for you. However, things that are out of my control are out of my control. So I'm still happy and glad that with this digital age, I can still be there with you. My dearest and sincerest apologies again. We're going to systemize. And later on in the program, Vikas is going to give you that opportunity where you can turn $10,000 into $100,000, $500,000, even $1 million. I look forward to seeing you. I know I'm blessed. Vanessa, Vikas, Sally, Sky, everybody in the audience, God bless you. I look forward to continuing our journey with much love. Mwah. Enjoy the seminar.